Read carefully, Muslims. From Ibn Abbas regarding Allah saying, and indeed saw him at the second descent near Surah Al-Muntaha. Okay. Where? At Surah Al-Muntaha. Let us see where is that. This is in the Quran. Surah Al-Muntaha. Let us see that. Okay. Let us see. What is this Surah Al-Muntaha thing? Chapter 53, verse number 14. All right. But here we have a problem, as usual. Okay. And he certainly saw the angel descend second time. Where the angel? Where it says the word angel? Guys, any Muslim can show us the word angel? Listen carefully at the stupidity of Muhammad. If you go back, you can read from verse number 1. So the Muslim will not say, oh, you are taking things out of, you know. By the star when they fell down, not fade away, when they fell down. This is false translation. Let us change the translator. This is Katab. This is the guy who called me yesterday, 2 days ago, and he said to me, I want Katab translation. You remember? And then he hung up because he got humiliated. By the star when it goes down or fell down. Your companion Muhammad, he never gone astray, or he never, you know, has erred. Actually, he did not become a criminal or did something bad. Nor does he speak of his own desire. So whatever Muhammad he say is from Allah. That's wonderful. Remember this. Chapter 53, verse number 3. Anything Muhammad he say is not from his desire. It's only inspiration that he's inspired. That's wonderful. Okay. He has been taught the Quran. By who? By one mighty of power. Look what they put between two brackets, Jibreel. How you put Jibreel if it says by a mighty power? Is Jibreel the mighty power or Allah? Here the Muslims are so confused about this verse. And again, they will say to you, there's many opinion about the whole chapter. Because what here it says, it's a might of power, that's Allah. Then Dhu Mirrah or Mirrah, okay, free from any defect in his body or his mind. But isn't it the angels that accuse Adam that he would commit mischief in earth, and Allah he punished them to bow down to him? So they have defect. Isn't it Allah he sent 2 angels, their name is Harut and Marut, and they have sex with the women, her name is Venus? And then they gave her the password to go to Allah, and then Allah he cursed this woman who is so sexy, and you know it, to become Venus, the star, which is nothing but a Greek story. And then, I mean, look how they insert things is not in the verse. Even they put the bracket for you to say we are fabricating stories here, because nowhere it says Jibreel. Rosie became stable. Why? He wasn't stable when he was flying. Rosie became stable. What the heck is that? And while he is not Jibreel, this is Allah, in the highest part of the horizon, then he approached and he came closer, like, hold on, Muhammad is down in earth, so Allah he came down. This is not Jibreel, because Jibreel he come to Muhammad and he squeeze him, not he scroll just a close down to him. All of us, we knew the story about Muhammad being squeezed and there is no mayonnaise coming, and neither ketchup. So listen carefully. If you change the translator, okay, let's change the translator. Let us see another idiot, Yusuf Ali. You will see the story changed miraculously. What is Jibreel? There is no Jibreel. Jibreel is gone. Listen carefully. By the star when it's go down. Have you ever heard of a God he swear by stars coming down? And coming down where? When you say down, where? This is the story. If you go and read the interpretation, Muhammad, he have his cousin next to him, and he said to him, I don't believe in the God of the stars. Muhammad, he said to him, aren't you afraid that Allah will send his dog to eat you? Even Allah has a dog. I don't. Aren't you afraid that dog of Allah will eat you? Go and read it. Go and read the interpretation. Muslims, don't trust me, brother. Go and read the interpretation. Allah have a dog. Your companion neither astray, neither being misled, nor goes away of his own desire, between two brackets. It is nothing but inspiration by Allah. Hold on, how this is inspiration? If a guy, his name is Jibreel, he's an angel, he come and he deliver you a message. This is inspiration. So the postman who come to my house every day, he deliver me a meal. That is inspiration. I mean, even the inspiration is screwed up with you, Muhammadan. Because inspiration is God is speaking to your mind directly, not an angel coming to you. That is not an inspiration. Do you know even what inspiration means? Everything is stupid. Everything is messed up as usual. So he was taught by the mighty, one mighty in power. He taught him what? Like what? If a woman have orgasm first, the baby will be a girl. If a man have orgasm first, the baby will be a boy. Okay. It with with wisdom. I cannot take this one. He taught him wisdom. Oh, he have a wisdom. Sorry, he did not taught him wisdom. He have wisdom, brother. Okay, and he appeared in stately form. What? Stately form? No comment. While he was in the height part of the horizon, then he approached closer, and it was at the distance of one bow or two. I mean, he's not sure. Allah is not sure. Like one bow, two bow, three bow, four bow, five bow. Guys, do you like to play the bow game? I mean, Allah is talking. Is it one bow or two bow? Allah is not sure. Okay. And here it says, so he conveyed the inspiration to his slave. Okay, hold on. How this is Jibreel? Look what happened. All the previous verses, they were trying to convince us that the one who was coming to Muhammad is Jibreel. But here it says, he's a slave. So obviously this is not about Jibreel, this is about Allah. So did Allah. What is Jibreel? I mean, is Allah able to say Jibreel, I sent Jibreel down, he saw Jibreel? Come on, say the word Jibreel. Obviously, it's not Jibreel. Muhammad claiming that Allah came down to him, he did not go up. And then, look what happened. And then he saw him second time. Will you dispute with him concerning what he saw? Sure, you can dispute with Muhammad. He will kill you. No witnesses. That's it. A person who can cover the horizon, nobody saw him except by Prophet Muhammad. Peace upon him. Can you dispute about that? No, the same as the journey for the heaven, there is no witnesses. Even Aisha, she said he was sleeping next to me. For indeed, he saw him at the second descent. There is second descent. Near the lotus tree. Oh boy, things is getting really horrible. When Muhammad, he saw this person second time near the lotus tree. So if it's Jibreel, that's mean Muhammad, he saw Jibreel only twice. Do you understand, people? Are we listening? Do you see, guys, how we connect the information together? You have always to connect the dots together to have a picture. So how come Jibreel keep coming to Muhammad, delivering his messages every day, and sometimes he stayed like a week or two or three, he did not come. But he came many times, many thousands of times. Here it says he saw this person twice only. Correct? For indeed he saw him at the second descent. So there's first descent, second descent. That's it. The Quran never mentioned third, fourth, 5, 7, 10. First, second, over. So how this can be Jibreel? Do we have any Muslim? And where he saw him near the lotus tree. So the first time that person came to Muhammad in the earth. Second time, Muhammad, he saw him next to the lotus tree, which were located. Let us go and take a look. Oh boy. Lotus tree, huh? All right. Look at this one. Look at this one. Here we have it. If you wanna make a collection of information, you have to. I mean, in order to get really how to get this religion busted, your brain have to be full with the stories of the false prophet Muhammad, and then you put them together, and you will see how stupid he is. I heard Messenger of Allah saying, while mentioning the lotus tree, of the utmost boundary, saying a rider will travel in the shade of one of its branches for 100 years. So it's a physical tree, but it's so big, brother. So big. To the point you travel for 100 years under one branches. Just one branches. They cannot. Okay. And not to mention that the fruit of this tree is made of gold. Butterflies, gold, and yeah, I have a tree, by the way. It give me gold. That's why I like how I make money. Did you ask me how I make money? Every day I go outside, I grab the gold, from my tree, and I sell it in the jewelry store. And the other day, there is a police. They contact me. They said to me, "Where you are getting this gold?" I told them I cannot tell you, because if I tell them, they will take the tree. Trump will take it. This guy, he loves gold. His house is covered by gold. So I told them I cannot tell you. It was Jibreel. And then I became a prophet since then. And now there's long line of people in front of me. All right. Let us continue. While I was traveling through the paradise, actually it doesn't say traveling, it says while I was walking through paradise, a river appeared before me, whose bank had a tint of pearl. Look at this. Look at those details, brother. Muhammad, he discovered, Muhammad, if you open a YouTube channel, and he have a camera with him, man, how many people will subscribe? So now he was walking down street, la 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 la, and then he found a river, and in the other side of the river, he found a tent made of pearl. I mean, a tent made of pearl. How it is a tent? A tent is, you cannot call it a tent if it's made of pearls. I said to the angel, what is this? Look at the question. The prophet is so observing. He cannot let it go. Very smart. What is this? He said, this is Al-Kawthar. Should I continue, guys? Come tomorrow. I keep saying... This is our way in the Middle East to say something like, so it's too big to believe, or something like horrible happened. This is Al-Kawthar, which Allah granted you. So Allah, he granted him a tent, As I know, Al-Kawthar is a fountain. According to Muhammad in this story, it became a tent. Or maybe he's talking about the river. Hold on. Which Allah has granted you. But Muhammad, he is asking about the tent. Or maybe he's asking about the river too. Maybe. Which Allah has granted you. He said, then he put his hand in the clay and removed musk from it. The clay is musk. Then I was raised to Sidrat al-Muntaha. I saw the magnificent light at it. Take a note. He saw what? A light. Let us continue. More stories. Things is going to get more worse now. You know, things will get something more stupid. Let us find the full story so we can die laughing. Otherwise, this video will go forever. How long we are here now? 1 hour, 11 minutes. I said to myself, let me make 20-minute videos. Unbelievable. All right. By the way, the same story. You can find it like Sahih. Let us find Sahih. So the Muslim, they will not say this one, because this one it says good. We want to find in the Sahih. Sahih. Because, you know, they will find excuse for things. Oh boy. Okay, let me switch the screen so I don't hurt your eyes. I know that all of you, your eyes are very sensitive. Okay. Here we go. This is Sahih Muslim would do, but if we can see if Al-Bukhari would be better. Okay. Okay, this is even better, brother. Okay. This is Al-Bukhari. So they cannot say this is weak, this is not true. Prayers, Salat. The book of Salat, Sahih Bukhari. Chapter, how a Salat, the prayer, was prescribed on the night of Al-Isra. So all this time, Muhammad, he have no prayer? Now Allah, he gave him prayer. If you read the story, you would die laughing. Allah Messenger, while I was in Mecca, the roof of my house was open and Jibreel descended. You see the Jibreel, he don't go from the window. Take a note. If you have a house made of concrete, you are in trouble. So Jibreel opened the roof and he descended and opened my chest. Right away to surgery. The story can go even farther. I mean, you can see more details and different, because Muhammad, he can't repeat the same story twice correctly without adding some spice, as usual, the liars. And he washed my chest with Zamzam, and then he brought a golden tray full of wisdom and faith. Yeah, in Islam, by brother, Allah, he is sent. Hold on. It takes the angels 1,000 years of our time to deliver the orders of Allah. It took Allah 1,000 years to deliver this tray. Trust me, if Allah do the same work in Amazon, Amazon will go bankrupt in 2 days. So a golden tray full of wisdom and faith. Yep. I mean, it's very normal. In the Middle East, we receive wisdoms in dishes, and you know, my mom, she used to feed me wisdom every day. And I became a believer because I eat faith salad. True story. Okay. And then they poured the content in my chest and they close it. You see here, the story is different from the other story where they give you details. They took the things out, they wash it. Like, let me show you the other version of the story, because the same story have many versions, you know, as usual, Muhammad. The other story says even they stuff the wisdom in his vein, which is very normal to happen. I mean, what you expect. Okay, here we go. Here the story is getting more complicated, you see. And this is Bukhari too. I mean, imagine this is the same Bukhari. I mean, how the story come twice or 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, they are different from each other. Okay, the night the messenger of Allah was taken to the journey from the sacred mosque, Mecca, Kaaba, 3 persons came to him. Look here, they have the 3 persons, not Jibreel. In the other story, Muhammad says Jibreel. Here, the 3 persons. Okay. And then they took him to the sacred mosque before the divine inspiration was revealed to him. And one of them he said, which of them is he? Like, what the heck? Hold on. The guy in the other story, he come to him in the roof of his house. How many people in his room? They are men sleeping next to Aisha. Which one of them is he? You see how the story changed? Even the location is changing. Here, Muhammad said that I was in my house and the roof of my house open. Do you see it? Allah Messenger said, while I was in Mecca, the roof of my house was open and Jibreel descended. And then he opened my chest. Bingo. We go to the other hadith. Look what happened. They are asking, which one is he? How many one they were sleeping next to Aisha, brother? What do you mean next to? And if he is in the Kaaba, that means the other story is a lie and Muhammad is lying. So once he says he was in his house, the other one says he was in Mecca, in the Kaaba. I need coffee. Let me read fast because this video will go forever. But guys, if I analyze this, I can make a book about this story. Actually, I'm thinking to make a book about it. Actually, I'm thinking to take like off a few months just to finish the Quran translation and maybe or writing the book I'm writing, because it needs a lot of energy, you know, those writing, especially with my amazing English, you know. If you're writing a book in Arabic, it's going to be really easy, but you have to use different language, which is not my language. So the story obviously is a fraud because even the location changed. But to make it simple, they open the chest of Muhammad and they start washing his what they were washing what? Here we go. So they take to him and they carried him and they placed him beside the well of Zamzam, which is full of arsenic, according to the BBC report. From among them, Jibreel took charge on him. Jibreel opened out the part of his body between his throat to his testicles. You see, it says here, a part of his body between his throat and the middle of his chest. Liars. I can show you the other hadith where it says it clearly down to his testicles, to his pubic area. Depending on the translator, you know, translation, they are liars. So anyway, and then they took all the material out. Look here what's happening, brother and sister. Allah preparing Muhammad for the journey. Do you notice? Allah preparing Muhammad for the journey. So how you prepare to the journey to go to heaven? We take your abdomen and we wash it, and we take your liver and kidney, blah, 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 and we put them in detergent, you know, Arcel detergent, the one I saw commercial for it, made mixed with Zamzam, and they wash you, and it will be ready. And now, but before they wash it, after they wash it, they have to do something. So they took the material off his chest and his abdomen. You laugh at me for the way I say the word. I know you are laughing. Okay, yeah, I will curse you. And when they then washed it with Zamzam water with his own hands. Look, he did not use a brush or any, no, brother. Special care. Jibreel wash Zamzam, wash the Prophet abandonment with his, hey Muslims, how he is in light, he speed in the light, he go in the speed of light, and now he is using him with his hands. Yeah. Till he cleansed the inside of his body And then a golden tray, brother, contain a golden bowl full of belief and wisdom were brought, and then Jibreel stuffed his chest and his blood vessels. Translation, by the way, is, you know, blood vessels. I don't think this is correct. Vessels, blood. No, you see the vein. This is what they stuffed exactly. I don't know. That would make the same. You know, my English is not too strong, but it's speaking about the vein in your body where the blood run. So, and then they stuff it with wisdom. What do you think about this? And then let us jump. Then he took him. They brought for him first. They brought him for him an animal. You know, where is the donkey? Hold on. Okay. Look, he jumped the donkey. Where is donkey? The story of the donkey is gone. Let us see the other hadith. Okay. Where is the donkey? There's no donkey here too. Muhammad, he forgot the donkey. Okay, we need to find it in different story. Then hold on, I cannot mention it without, you know, showing it to you. Otherwise, you will go crazy like a donkey. Then, okay. You see, the liar, he cannot repeat the same story twice correctly. The Buraq was brought to the Prophet in the night of Isra, saddled and reined, but he sheed from him. So Jibreel said to him, is it for Muhammad, from Muhammad that you do this? What? The donkey was speaking to Jibreel, saying to him, Jibreel, guys, he came to the donkey. He put the saddle in the top of him. He put a robe around his neck. The donkey of Allah, look at Jibreel, says, huh, is it from Muhammad that you do this? By your Lord, there is no one more honorable to your Lord than him. Then he started sweating. Imagine yourself a donkey, and now they told you the Prophet will ride you. What will happen to you? You started sweating. True story. I mean, when I'm going to finish this video, it's going to take 10 years for me to finish it, because if I want to go over the story, honestly, this is the most horrible, stupid story ever. If everything that Muhammad he says, I made a comment about it, come on. Okay, we go back now to the story. So we found the story of the donkey, which is missing here. Okay, and then the Prophet then ascended him to the heaven of the world and knocked at one of its door. Look at this. Look at this. He knocked at the door of the heaven. Where we can find those stories from? There's a book, it's called the Book of Enoch, not the one in the Bible. This is a fiction book. It's not approved by us. It's a fiction. I don't know how many of you did read it, you know. Muhammad is always a thief. He steals stories of somebody else. So according to this book, Enoch, like again, not the one mentioned in the Bible, this is a false book, that this Enoch, he went up to heaven and he found the gate of the heaven and he found the gatekeepers. that God, he raised him up to heaven. And in each stage, there's a door and there's a gate. Let me see if I can find you the book. Lord have mercy. Maybe we can do that later, but okay, hold on. So if you go to the book of Enoch, again, this is not the one in the biblical one. You can search it in Google. You will see how many times the story appear in this book about the gate of the heaven and the angels opening the gate of the heaven. And there's even the gate, they have the gatekeeper, you know, exactly as Muhammad he said. You see, and then how God he took him up, and he showed him. Actually, almost all the story of Muhammad is there. Even he saw rivers, I believe. I did read this book long time ago, but I think it's mentioned about rivers too. As you see here in front of you. When the sun rises in heaven, it goes forth through the fourth gates, 30 days, and etc. Okay. Let me see if I can find you where it's speak about the gatekeepers. The gatekeeper. This is why reading is very important, you know, in order to find information and to connect things together. Anyway, maybe we can make a special video about this story here. They're saying this is part of the Bible. My friend, the Bible doesn't speak about what you are saying. Muhammad, for sure, Muhammad he is taking stories from the Bible, from the Jews, from the Torah, from the tradition, from, and he mixes it all together. Yeah, as an example, Muhammad, he takes stories from the Bible, we know that. But this is story here about, like if you go and speak about the vision as an example, you know, the book of Revelation, you will find that, you know, took him and show him the heaven and etc. You know, so Muhammad here, but Muhammad is taking a story which is not approved by any, by none. Muhammad is a person who followed traditions of the Jews, stories, legends, like the story of the ant. If I search right now to the story of the ant, I will find it in the legend of the Jews. Every single Jew knew that this is a stupid story, is not true. Muhammad, he took it, he put it exactly almost as it is in the Quran, claiming that this is from Allah. That Solomon, he saw an ant, and he spoke to the ant, and the ant spoke to him, etc. Let me see, hold on. We are here in the Hadith speaking about the... Okay, and then the heaven ask. Yeah, you see here the translation, they are not giving the same translation as here. Every translation is different. See, the gatekeeper of the heaven. So he knocked at the door, and the gatekeeper asked, who is he? Who is he? Here you notice how silly the story is. Because if the gatekeeper, he is the gatekeeper, then he should know who is coming. I mean, didn't Allah knew, didn't those angels know Jibreel? Isn't it Jibreel, according to Muslims, he is the head of the angels, the most important angel? So how they do not know who is Jibreel? Do we have any Muslim? How the gatekeepers, isn't it Jibreel, he left the heaven many times, he came to Muhammad many times. That means he's entering this gate almost every day. So how they are saying who is it? Jibreel, he said, Jibreel. Then the gatekeeper said, is there anyone with you? Why, he's blind? Very silly, story. Doesn't even fit for kids. He said, Muhammad is with me. Okay, who is this guy Muhammad? Shouldn't you say who is Muhammad? Muhammad, that's it. He asked, has he been called? Look at the security. You see how bad the security? Anyone say, I am Jibreel, you open the door for him? Anyone says Muhammad, you open the door for him? And why those security, they cannot even see behind the door? Make a hole, get a drill and make a hole and see who's behind the door. So the story is very funny, and then it continues. And then the gate opened. So the gate opened, and we went up to the nearest heaven. And there we saw a man sitting in the with some people in his right and some people in his left. When he looked toward his right, he laughed. When he looked toward his right, his left, he wept. I mean, what a dummy story. I mean, this is Adam, guys. So he asked the angel, who is this? He said, this is Prophet Adam. Okay, isn't it stupid? So now Adam is in heaven, and he spent the day looking at the right and he laughed, and then he looked at the left and he cried. What a stupid story. And then the story continued, blah, 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 blah. And then even he see Isa there. He see Moses. But the story of Moses is the most funny part of this stupid story. Abu Dhar said, added, the prophet met Adam, Idris, Moses, and Jesus, and Abraham. Okay. He did not mention which heaven they were, but he mentioned the prophet met Adam in the nearest heaven. If you go to different hadith, you will see he mentioned exactly where. Every heaven. Stupid stories. I mean, the guy who lie, he cannot repeat the same story twice. Anyway, so each time he go to the gate, they say to him, who is with you? The same question. Look at the question. Okay, they say to him, who is he? Okay, who is with you? He says, Jibreel. Who is with you, Muhammad? Who is he? Jibreel replied, he is Idris. Muhammad is asking, who is this guy, Idris? So Muhammad, he saw all the prophets, the important ones, let's say, in his journey. And then I passed by Jesus, which is not Jesus really, it's Isa. And he said, Jesus, look, Jesus, you do not need to ask who is he. Jesus, because he knew everything, he said to him, welcome by as a prophet. Hey Muslims, how come Jesus do not? Okay, Jesus, he knew right away Muhammad. Muhammad is famous. He go on TV every day. Welcome by as a prophet and by his brother and by his prophet. I asked, who is he? He replied, Jesus. Then I passed by Abraham. Abraham, second step. So anyway, the story keep going. And then Muhammad, he go to the tree where Allah, after that point, is located. Actually, there's a hadith. The angel, he said to him, I don't think in this story here, he said to him, if I go through, I will be burned. Let us see if I can find you the hadith. Hold on. if I go okay, let me see if I can find this one. I have all the, I know all the hadith in Arabic, but the question when I say if I can't find it, I'm talking about the English version of it, not Arabic. Oh, we cannot find it in English. Let me see. We can use Google Translation. All right. Imagine, guys, I searched for the hadith, I found it in the CIA library. Can you believe it? The CIA library? Yeah, they have everything, even the books about Muhammad. Okay, let us see. Well, we can use the CIA website, who cares? It's a book anyway. Oh, this is PDF, we cannot translate it. This is the book, it's called Shabakatu Mishkat al-Islamiyya. This is from the website, I think. The book name, Sharh al-Muhadhab, al-Imam Muhyiddin al-Nawawi. The Imam, this is the one who wrote the book. And the story there where it says, Jibreel, he said to him, if I continue with you, I will be burned. I cannot continue. So Jibreel, he stopped, and he did not go with Muhammad in his journey. And actually here it says, let us see in the English version. Then he said he will come, so the doors of heaven become pleased and his arrival. And now, Allah would do to the Prophet and the earth unless he informed them. What? He become pleased with his arrival, and they did not know that what Allah do to the Prophet and earth unless Allah informed them. Huh. Okay. And the Prophet met Adam over the raised heaven and blah blah blah, and they continue. Let's say okay. And this is third, and let's continue here. Same question, who is accompany you, was with you? Muhammad opened the gate, he went to the fifth heaven, then he went to the sixth heaven, and now something will happen. And then he is conveyed with him to the seventh heaven. And they say the same in each heaven, like, who is this? He says Jibreel. Who is with you? He said Muhammad. Is he invited? They open the door. And then it says here, but Jibreel is connected with him, with Muhammad, for a distance above that. The distance of which only Allah knows, till he reached the lotus tree. He arrived, Jibreel, where? Next to the tree. The tree which Muhammad he mentioned, and soon we will find that underneath of it, the river of Nile River, which means Muhammad he went to Ethiopia, if this is true, which is a stupid story anyway. Here it says, this is the maximum he can get, until he reached the lotus tree. And beyond this tree, nobody can pass, that's it. Remember that, even Jibreel, he cannot. And then, irresistible, the Lord, honor, majesty, approached and came closer till Jibreel was about 2 bow length of near. Look, they are mixing the story in the Quran now with this. See? What happened to the story? Among things Allah revealed to him, he enjoyed Muhammad with 50 prayer. So Allah, he told Muhammad, you have to pray 50 prayer a day, you and your followers. when the Prophet he descended till he met Moses. Where Moses? Moses in the lowest heavens. And then Moses stopped him and asked, "O Muhammad, what did your Lord join upon you?" The Prophet replied, "He enjoined upon me to perform 50 prayers in a day and night." Moses said, "Your followers cannot do that. Go back to your Lord and reduce it for you and for them." Here the story go wild and showing you how stupid Muhammad is. And who is stupid to ever believe in this story? A guy, his name is Moshe, advising a prophet, his name is Muhammad, to go back to Allah and negotiate with him, because this is not right. You cannot do it. Your followers can do it. Question. I don't know if there's any Muslims who would like to answer what this drama is about. Why Allah he gave Muhammad 50 prayer, and who is Moses to correct Allah? Allah said 50, it's 50. If Allah said it's 50, how in the world Moses he even dare to say, don't accept, go back? You cannot do it. Isn't it the Muslim they say, if Allah say B is going to be, okay, he said B 50. Who is Muhammad to negotiate with his God? Do you even dare to go back? This is God, this is not a boss. And look at this story. So the Prophet turned to Jibreel as he wanted to consult with him. Jibreel told him of his opinion. Like, what? Saying, yes, if you wish. So Jibreel ascended with him to the place where he cannot pass, where Jibreel he cannot pass. That's it, literally. And then, you know, the Prophet, he keep negotiating with Allah. So Jibreel ascended with him, etc. And then he says, please lighten our burden, for as my followers cannot do that. So Allah decided for him 10 prayer. You see, the story here is not true, by the way. The story in this hadith is fabricated, because in different hadith says that it was a journey, keep coming back, up, down, let us go. Just to show you how the story changed between one and the other one. Read carefully with me here. So Musa said to him, this is different hadith. This is Sahih al-Bukhari, the same book, hadith number 349. Take a note. We are reading the same book, imagine, but the same book, the story is different. So then Allah enjoined 50 prayer on my followers. Then I returned with his order. Allah and I passed by Moses, and who asked me, what Allah enjoined you and your followers? I replied, has enjoined me 50 prayer. Musa says, go back to your Lord, appeal for reduction. For your followers, they are not able to bear it. So I went back to Allah and I requested reduction. Like, we went back to Allah where? Muhammad, he saw Allah, Muslims? Did Muhammad speak to Allah? Did Muhammad see Allah? And then he reduced it to half. Look, the story here changed. In the other hadith it says he made it 10. Here it became half. This means 25. How here it became 10? One shot. Do you see it? So Allah reduced it 10 times to 10 prayer. And this is hadith number 7517. Okay, in the other hadith, which is 349 from the same book of Al-Bukhari, Allah he reduced it to half, so the 50 became 25. There's a huge difference between he make it 25 and he make it 10. The liar, he cannot repeat the same lie twice. Then, when I passed by Moses again, I informed him about it. He said, go back to your Lord, as your follower cannot able be to bear it. So I returned to Allah and requested a further reduction, and the half was reduced. Look, hold on, what is the half of 25? Any Muslim can tell me? You see, the first one, it says the 50 became a half. Okay, the half is 25. So Allah, he reduced the 25, he make it a half. What does that mean? 22 and a half a prayer? Do you understand what I'm saying? If Allah reduced the prayer to 25, then how Allah reduced the 25 to the half? What is the half of 25, Muslims? Help me with mathematics. So the Muslim, they have to pray a 12 prayer and a half? What is that? Let it go. Again, I passed by Moses, and he said to me, return to your Lord, for your followers are not able to bear it. So I returned to Allah, and he said, there's 5, okay, this is 5 prayer. Okay, hold on. So from the 12 and a half to 5? I better stop here, because I have to go and do a half a prayer. And now, you know, if I want to go and do like more deep study on this garbage, I can find you tons of stupid things Muhammad he said.